real wannabe lawyer, because I am intrigued with law and crime, and I pick up conversations between the liars and public pretenders while I am at work. I mean lawyers and public defenders. And I like to have reactions and take extra 15-minute breaks at work. I watch a lot of Charleston White and different shows like DT Vlad. Anyways, I want to have a reaction and speak some truth for the culture. You know, I don't really blame this young fellow right here who has basically been programmed by a lot of Eminem and Drake. As you notice, that is what his style sounds like. And he is doing like all of the other trappers. Look, I am lit because I have a tattoo of a Massachusetts area code on my neck. Yeah. And I have tons of gold and silver platinum chains. So this is what we are programmed to be, people. And if you are a youth, a younger person, don't be fooled and tricked by programming and videos and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok programming. I used to sometimes when I was younger listen to Mobb Deep, and I would look out for shook ones and say, "You are not a crook, son, you are a shook one." And I thought I was super gangstified, and then I'd drink a bottle of courage. But then as I got a little older and I started to see the reality of life. Anyways, and then I also used to believe in God stuff, which I still do believe there's a higher power in the universe, and that, we can talk to that higher power. But I stopped subscribing to the whole Bible theory, and I'll tell you why. And hopefully this guy right here realizes it soon too. Look it.
Bad with God. Pretty much an atheist. What makes you an atheist?
Because he don't really know what an atheist is. He didn't know who the Beastie Boys were either. But anyways, so, and then Vlad says about how, it's like when Neil deGrasse Tyson looked at the stars and said, hey, everything is random and da-da-da-da. And yes, to us it is. But we cannot positively think we are the smartest beings in the world, because if we're here, how do we know there's not somebody else in a different dimension? Anyway, so yeah, about the Bible. So then I did research in the origins, and I realized that the Bible is just a metaphor. And yes, it has good things to help you. But basically, it's a story about the 12 signs of the zodiac, about God's sun, the light of the world. Yes, that's right, people. They're talking about the sun. It's because thousands of years ago, it was the battle between light and darkness. And darkness at night, it was cold and scary. But as soon as the sun came out, it would bring life and trees, and kids would play, and the animals. And then they realized, the sun, the light of the world, our risen Savior. That's right, because if the sun doesn't come out tomorrow or for a week, we're all dead. If you don't believe me, do your research. I'm not hating. I still believe there is a God force, and we should do good.